This is the Robber Barron Triumph, which requires you to kill 50 ruffians, which is required for the Scallywag seal. And this is the Multiple Fronts Triumph, which requires you to kill 250 champions in total in order to get this triumph complete. This triumph here is not required for the seal, so if you are a triumph hunter, I can imagine you will be going for this. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the fastest possible method to get both of these triumphs done. So there's really two ways you can go about doing this. The first method is pretty lazy. Basically all you do is when you load in and you place the drill, you're basically just sitting about for 3 minutes until the first ruffian spawns, and then you take it out, back out to orbit and reload in, which I'll show. And then the second method is a full playthrough of the expedition, in which you could possibly get up to 6 champions, 4 of them being RNG. I would highly recommend, if you are going for either of these triumphs, to either load into Expedition solo, with LFG, or with any of your friends. To do it solo on PlayStation and I assume Xbox as well, all you need to do is just change the date and time forward by a couple years. I just set mine to 2024, and then you just load up Expedition and it'll put in it by yourself. And I also assume it will be the same for PC. So with the first method, when we come up to the drill here, we're in a solo session now, just basically place the drill, and exactly, well not exactly, but roughly 3 minutes from placing the drill is when you will get your guaranteed first ruffian spawn. So one way you can go about farming this is literally just place the drill and then sit in a hiding spot for roughly 3 minutes until the first ruffian spawns, kill the ruffian, back out to orbit and reload in, and then just repeat over and over. So the next method, which I'm about to explain now, basically you just want to start up the drill and you just want to kill the ads. Basically you don't want to deposit any of the engrams into the treasure hoard. You just want to leave that at 0 until the first ruffian spawns in approximately 3 minutes, which has just happened now. So once we kill this ruffian, we can start depositing the engrams, and you want to wait roughly 2.5 minutes after that first ruffian kill. Get the treasure hoard up to roughly 94% and give it 2.5 minutes after you get the kill. If no extra ruffian spawns in, then just carry on into the next area. I've had the extra ruffian spawn as early as 20 seconds in and as late as 2.5 minutes, so again, if you don't get it in 2.5 minutes, just carry on into the next area. So it's been approximately 2 minutes and 20 seconds, so just under 2.5 minutes, and luckily we've had our second ruffian spawn. And as you can see, I've got the treasure collected at 94%. So there's your second ruffian, which is completely RNG. And we can deposit the last one and move on into the next area and just basically do the same as we did in this area. Just keep the treasure hoard at 0%, wait 3 minutes until the first ruffian spawns, and then roughly 2.5 minutes after, if the second ruffian doesn't spawn in, just carry on into the next area. For some reason, when I ever started filling up the treasure hoard up to 94%, as soon as I started placing the drill, I would only ever get the one ruffian spawn, which was the time gated one, which is a guaranteed one. I would never get the RNG one if I started filling up the treasure hoard straight off the bat, so that's why I advise to leave it 0% until the first one spawns. So here we are again, second drill site, 0% on the treasure collected, and our ruffian is spawned in, 3 minutes in. Killed the ruffian, and now we can start filling up the treasure hoard to roughly 94%, and wait roughly 2.5 minutes and see if the next one spawns in. So here are again, this is only about a minute after the first ruffian kill, so less time than the last drill site, and our second ruffian has spawned in. So that gives us 4 ruffians in total for this run. And lucky enough, in this run we get a Saboteur, which leaves us with 5 champion kills. After testing this for quite a few hours, the RNG Ruffian, the second one, spawns in pretty frequently. After a few hours doing it, there was only really 1 or 2 occasions where the second Ruffian didn't spawn in, so it is pretty common for the RNG one to spawn in, thankfully. So that's everything covered in today's video about the Robber Barron Triumph and the Multiple Fronts Triumph. Just a quick recap again, the first method, you just load into the expedition, set up the drill, sit around for 3 minutes, kill the Ruffian, and then back out to orbit, rinse and repeat. And then the second method, which I just showed there, again, just don't deposit anything into the treasure hoard, wait 3 minutes for the Ruffian to spawn, kill the Ruffian, start depositing the treasure, wait 2.5 minutes approximately after the first Ruffian kill, and hopefully you get another Ruffian spawn. If you don't, carry on into the next area. If you have any questions regarding anything, just feel free to leave them in the comment section below.